I can't believe this, but there are 8 animals that are impossible to keep in captivity. Ever seen a shark that legally cannot stop swimming or it suffocates? Or a whale the size of a school bus? Now picture stuffing either one into a tank. That's basically today's video. Look, zoos aren't all bad. Some species only survive because of captive breeding, and injured animals get rehabbed and released all the time. But there are certain animals where every single attempt to keep them long-term has ended badly. Really badly sometimes. Let's get into it. First up, narwhals. That tusk still looks fake to me, honestly. Fun fact, narwhals are close cousins of belugas. Close enough they've interbred in the wild. And belugas do totally fine in captivity. Easy to train, no drama. Narwhals? Not even close. 1969, New York Aquarium tried it. Young narwhal, mother killed by hunters. So they brought in a beluga as a stand-in mum. Sweet idea. Didn't work. The narwhal died within a month. A year later, Vancouver Aquarium tried again. One male, named Keela Luguk, then 2 females and 3 calves joined him. People were excited. This was a whale almost nobody gets to see. Then it all fell apart. All 3 calves dead within a month. By year's end, every narwhal they had was gone. Experts begged the aquarium to release them before it got that bad. The director said no. Why does this keep happening? Their tusks are packed with nerve endings that sense water temperature and pressure. Warm, dirty aquarium water stresses them out badly. Add in the noise and being pulled from big family pods and it's just too much. Want to see one? You're going to the Arctic. Next, leatherback sea turtles. Biggest turtle on Earth, up to 500 kilograms, almost 2.7 meters long. They're built for the deep. That leathery shell handles pressure other turtles can't. And they've got backward-facing teeth lining their throat, built for gripping jellyfish, which is basically their whole diet. It's not technically impossible to keep one, but here's the problem. Like great whites, they never stop moving. Put them in a tank and they just keep swimming into the walls. There's a decent story from 2015 though. An injured leatherback named Yorkie washed up off South Carolina. Turned out he'd been eating plastic bags because underwater, they looked just like jellyfish. Heartbreaking, honestly. But the South Carolina Aquarium rehabbed him and got him back out to sea. That's really the only version of captivity that works for these guys. Short-term rescue, not long-term housing. Mountain gorillas. This one gets to me a little. Gorillas in general have been kept in zoos for over 100 years, but you will never see a mountain gorilla in one. Not one. Only around 1,063 left in the wild. Back in the 60s and 70s, there were attempts to capture them for breeding programs, and some of those attempts involved killing adults just to take the babies. Dark stuff, and every single time, the young gorillas died. What's strange is other gorilla species do fine in captivity. So why not these? One theory, their diet is so specialized it just can't be replicated. The other, pure stress. These are animals used to acquire life in misty mountain forests. Take them out of that and throw them into noise and chaos, and it's too much, because they're endangered and because it went so badly nobody's tried again. Good. Let them have their peace. Next, leopard seals. Most people will never see one in person, and honestly, that might be for the best. A leopard seal named Casey ended up at Taronga Zoo in 2007 after washing up with a shark bite. He actually lived there until 2014 when he had to be put down after getting sick. So, proof it's possible to keep one alive for years. Doesn't mean it's right. These animals are seriously smart, kind of like orcas, and their diet is wildly specific. Young ones filter krill with oddly shaped teeth, adults go after penguins, other seals, even sharks. Try recreating that menu in a tank. And they're not exactly gentle. Playful, sure, but also aggressive and unpredictable. They've killed a person before, so it's not just cruel to keep them, it's dangerous for the keepers too. Great white sharks. Now the big one, arguably the most famous animal on this list. You'd think it would be easy since whale sharks, the actual biggest fish in the ocean, do fine in aquariums. Great whites are a totally different story. Here's the key thing, a great white has to keep moving to breathe, non-stop. So even the biggest tank starts to feel like a prison the second it can't migrate and hunt across entire ocean basins the way it's built to. And the track record backs this up. 2016, Okinawa Aquarium, a 3.5-meter shark, lasted 3 days. 3. Monterey Bay tried back in 1984, and that shark refused to eat, starved within 11 days. Between 2004 and 2011, they tried again with Project Great White. 6 sharks total. One held on for a record 198 days, growing 43 centimeters and gaining 45 kilograms before release. Monterey Bay is still, to this day, the only aquarium that's ever kept one alive longer than 16 days. They haven't tried again since 2011. Honestly, right call. These predators aren't meant for glass boxes. Indri. Here's one a lot of people have never heard of. The Indri, biggest lemur species out there, up to 15 kilograms, almost 1.2 meters with its legs extended. Madagascar is one of the most biodiverse places on the planet, and lemurs generally rely on captive breeding to survive. Indris are the exception. Somewhere between 1,000 and 10,000 left in the wild, and every attempt at a captive breeding population has basically failed. Most don't make it past a year. They live in small family groups, leaping tree to tree at serious heights, and their calls can be heard up to 4 kilometers away. Their diet is just as specialized, built entirely around their home forests. Take that away, and you've taken away their ability to survive. The good news, they have bred successfully in semi-wild conditions, still inside Madagascar. Just proof that captivity only works when it barely counts as captivity. Orcas. Now here's one that's a little different. Orcas. Because technically, you can keep an orca alive in a tank for years. That's kind of the problem. In the wild, male orcas can live 60 to 70 years, females up to 80 or 90. In captivity, the average age at death is around 14. You can see it happening to them physically too. Almost every single adult male orca in captivity ends up with a collapsed dorsal fin. From swimming in tight circles instead of open ocean, basically. In the wild, that happens to less than 1% of males. In captivity, it's close to 100%. Then there's Tilikum. A lot of people know him from the documentary Blackfish. He was involved in the deaths of 3 people over the years, including trainer Dawn Brancheau in 2010. He died in 2017 after his health had been declining for a while. His story is a big reason SeaWorld stopped breeding orcas in captivity back in 2016. They survive in a tank, they just don't get to live. Grey whales. Last one. Grey whales, and honestly one of the more interesting stories here. Blue whales are never going in a tank, way too massive. But a few juvenile grey whales have actually made it work for a while. 1965, a whale named Gigi was captured for research and died 2 months later from an infection likely caused by the stress of capture. Then in 1972, not a typo, another whale, also named Gigi, survived a full year before release. The most famous case is JJ. In 1997, she beached herself in California and was rushed to SeaWorld San Diego. She stayed 14 months before getting too big for the facility and being released, weighing 8.7 metric tons at the time, making her the largest marine mammal ever kept in captivity. One tricky part is feeding them. Grey whales dive down and filter crustaceans out of ocean floor sediment, totally different from other baleen whales. Keepers hid fish at the bottom of JJ's pool to mimic that. Every whale ever kept was a juvenile though. A full-grown adult? There's no pool on Earth big enough. And that's the list. 8 animals, 8 completely different reasons why a tank just doesn't cut it. Got one you think should have made the cut? Drop it in the comments. I read all of them. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.